Okay, so the Critical Drinker is a YouTuber that makes, I guess, what the right wingers would call based content, something of that sort. He went ahead and he got into a little quote tweet war with our friend Destiny, Stephen Bonnell. You know who that, is. The most pseudo intellectual man of the masses. Is whatever. There's a video I made on him. That's all you need to know. You can go check that out. But he got a little bit of a fight with this person who was saying things like, if men's mental health mattered to men, they'd create safe spaces for themselves and each other, pursuing therapy, creating community. They perpetrate the very behaviors that have handicapped them in the first place, refuse to support or create communities amongst each other, severely damage the women in their lives. Well, they try to care for them and attack women online for not doing the work for them in the replies. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? So then the Critical Drinker comes in and he said, people like you made it literally impossible for men to have any spaces, hobbies, clubs, interest groups, or social spaces of their own. People like you mandated that women must be included in everything they think and do. And now people like you berate them for not having the very thing they prevented from having. People like you are the problem. I kind of gotta say, I sort of agree with this, from the surface level, right? But of course, the pseudo-intellectual of the masses, Destiny, he has a problem with this, right? Our good friend Stephen Bonnell. So he goes in and he says, isn't the problem right now that we're too segregated into our own spaces? Shouldn't we want more environments where men and women are interacting with each other? Maybe you're speaking for yourself when you say you don't want women included in any of these spaces. Very libtard opinion. For everybody that thinks that I've heard rumors. Sen has gone full libtard. He's gonna he thinks like Destiny. He's been brainwashed by Destiny. It's bro. Okay, no, I mean, look, bro, here's what you're gonna get if you come to my channel. If a conservative is acting like a retard, I'm gonna make fun of them. If a libtard's acting like a retard, I'm gonna make fun of them, alright? I'm not doing this tribalism shit where I gotta swing on the left or the right. I'm just a simple human being that looks at shit, and if it's retarded, I gotta say, dog, it's fucking retarded. And then I'll try my amazing comedy. And I'll see what I can muster up, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So if you think this content is worthy of your time and you want it expanded upon, Senny Squad, make sure you hit the like and share, because YouTube ain't going to do it for me. And the network sure is fucking going to do it for me, because I'm the only one that doesn't have one. Never learned how to play ball. Unfortunate. Anyway, moving on. They got a little bit of a quote tweet war of sorts. We got the Critical Drinker coming in with a very epic... speaking of spaces where men and women interact with each other, and this is not only is this a fucking awesome burn right there, burning, sending Destiny to the flames of hell, but also it's pretty factual. It's on the mat. To advocate for what Destiny is doing for will end up like this most of the time. This is how it ends up with Destiny's line of thinking. Do you really want to take advice from this guy, the failed father? He's a terrible dad, all right? If people were like, oh, you can't put it personal. Why not? Destiny gets personal all the time. He said that he's glad that one father, lost his, life because of the fucking Trump thing. So again, it's I don't want to hear any moral effing out of Destiny. No, I'm going to state facts. I'll cross the line when I'm stating facts, but they're facts nonetheless. This guy is a fucking deadbeat father who rather spend all his time on the fucking internet than spending any time with his child, which is why his child has grown to hate him, just like fucking Elon's fucking children. Right? I'm not even going to go into all of that, but holy fucking shit. This is the most epic burn right here. You see, look at that. Look at that. That is a mic drop right there, as this comment says. And then we got Destiny coming in here, going with the nice. This tweet is about as original as your YouTube content, but I have a little issue with that. And this fucking individual went ahead and regurgitated that, although they have more of a Twitter following than me. So if you guys want to help me out with that, I say unhinged shit on Twitter as well. What I gotta say, that I agree, this guy content is reading Wikipedia and seeing about Trump saying this, celebs getting big egos should be a crime punishable by the RIP. I think you know what this means. I gotta try to tone it down, or like YouTube, like I said, bro, I don't have any network connects to save my ass whenever like I get those 3 strikes and shit. All right, I'm pretty much a lone wolf in these parts, right? I got my fucking Seni squad, but other than that, I got nobody to help me out here. It's all good though. I'm gonna make the most of it. The point is though, yeah, this guy has a big head. Even though all he does, like, if you want to talk about originality on YouTube, there is no originality on YouTube. Everything is the same fucking shit, just in a little bit of a tweak, but generally all the same shit. Also, coming from this guy, right? Again, you would think I'm exaggerating. This motherfucker spends all his time, like, this isn't even like being bitter about this thing or like jealous. It's like, if you can like, I've come to the acceptance, if you can con a bunch of retards on the internet into thinking you're better than you actually are, like Destiny, who you like, realistically 95% of his audience need to look down at him if you ever meet him in a fan meetup, right, because of how small he is. If you can get conned into thinking this guy has more worth in his life than you do, well, that's a you problem, pal. I'm not gonna save you from that. Maybe one day you'll come to this grand realization that he isn't. But I'm not your daddy, and I'm not gonna fucking save you from that. All right, so you guys can figure that shit out in your own time if you look up to Destiny. But the fact of the matter is, number one, this is coming from a cuck. Number two, this is coming from a failed father. And number three, this is coming from a guy who his originality is reading Wikipedia articles and fucking mauling about Donald Trump. All right, and I'm not even sipping the Kool-Aid. I'm not on the Trump bandwagon. I see all this cringe shit about Trump now. It's making me not even want to like vote at all, because it's like, you people are like, you guys are like, I made this one tweet where like they're doing this weird shit where they're putting fucking Elon, Trump, and Vance, and they're trying to make them like this weird AI shit or whatever. And I'm like, this is the type of shit Kamala would do to try to stay hip with the Zoomers nowadays. It's fucking embarrassing. Like, conservatives are straight up embarrassing me. Like, libtards, I've already like understood. Like, you're gonna embarrass me no matter what. You're gonna embarrass in general. But I hate to see that the Conservative Party is headed in that direction. It really is, and it should, like, the red flags are all over the place. Like, them defending Dr. Disrespect already is already like the huge red flag. All right, let's just say this run of Trump isn't the same as it was in 2016, and I was like prime epic Trump domination and shit. And now as we enter, damn, it's been that fucking long. So now we enter 2024 and shit, and it's looking bad, bro. It's looking bad. I honestly blame the people. Yeah, motherfuckers say, "Oh, Sen, why aren't you ever like why aren't you promote it more?" Well, it's because I say shit like this. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit for you. I think a lot of the fanatics in this, they lack rational thinking. Like, if you're just aimlessly gonna throw bullshit at like praising Destiny for no good reason, and you're just gonna get completely on board with every fucking weird, like, if you're gonna be a sheep and just get on board with every weird thing that Elon says, or fucking, I mean, I haven't really seen anything out of the ordinary, like, from Trump. Like, he says unhinged shit all the time, which is kind of like why I appreciate it. But like, other than that, it's like some of these mofos, man, they're like on the Destiny wavelength, right? Because like, Destiny would defend pedophilia. That's the thing, right? I wonder if Destiny did fucking defend Doc, because he would defend that shit. He has defended that shit in the past. So that's another little contradiction to get across. If fucking Destiny never defended Doc, then like, what the fuck are you doing? Very out of character for this guy. But at the ending of the day, as a bear would say, Destiny's a cuck, he's a failed father, and you shouldn't really take realistically any advice. I think the Critical Drinker got a W on this guy. I think Destiny started crying, and I think the only thing saving his ass is the retards that actually think he's worth a damn. But other than that, guys, no edits on this video. It's just like, what you see is what you get. You know, if there are any awkward pauses in between this, if I like zone out for a second or whatever, I'm not cutting that out because I don't feel like it. But I hope you appreciate this 9 minute time that I took out of my day. Nonetheless, time is something. Time is money. Time is a lot of things. So if you did, please leave a like and share this video. It really does help me out, and I need all the help I can get. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good day. See you around City Squad.